So welcome back to another video here in Pennsylvania once again, and it's time to hit up another section of the Horseshoe Trail because we're still here in Berks County. We just recently got done with the section that went through French Creek State Park and the Birdsboro Waters Preserve. Let me show you on the map what we have planned for today. So here's the map I've been using recently. So over here's French Creek State Park, and the last section, because we did this longer section right here. But today, because we're parked right here, this is Furnace Road right here, so I'm parked right here. There is parking, there's a sign over there that says you can park here, so. And we're gonna do this section, this short section right here. Not sure how many miles this is, but to section here, William Penn State Forest. Looks like they have some camping there too. This section all down through here is like a road hike, it looks like, but I think we'll just do this section here today. And then for something a little bit different, I brought a meal along. I think we'll try to find a place. If there is indeed like a campsite there, somewhere in the area, maybe well maybe. I think I'm gonna try the biscuits and gravy, cook this up, do something a little bit different. I do think there is a reroute here. I think in my other map that I have, it shows the Horseshoe Trail coming over to here to these roads and going up this way, but I think this is newer. Well, we'll find out. All right, so I'm gonna get packed up and then we'll head out. I think you can see the yellow blaze right there behind me, so we'll get going here. All right, so I see the trail's kind of blocked here. I do see one old yellow blaze, but they do have a map here mentioning a relocation because we're parked right here. Okay, that explains what I saw last time we were hiking. So we have to make our way down here. And this is the new reroute out to this way. All right. Okay. All right, so we got to hike down this way. This is why I hiked up last time. I was wondering why they had these blue blazes with the yellow dots. So I didn't see any yellow blazes coming up this way on our last section we did. It was a little confusing. That makes sense now. Alright, so here are our yellow blazes again. This is that other trail we came down. The parking lot was up that way. Of course, this is Furnace Road up that way. And then looking back around here, this is Hay Creek Road, sometimes referred to as Route 482, and that's the farm lane we came on last time. The Horseshoe Trail goes up that way. That was that awkward location. We were like walking right through someone's farm. It was kind of interesting, but and then of course right here's the wooden sign for it. So Horseshoe Trail comes this way. That's what I was confused about last time. I remember I didn't know. Anyway, it's all good. So we got to go this way. Looks like they burnt this field down. I think we just gotta follow the edge of the field here for a little bit. And we walk up along the road here for a bit. Hay Creek Road. Got the double blaze marks. We go to the left. This almost looks like a park. Not sure what's going on here. I wonder if this is already state forest land. Let's say so. Welcome to state forest lands. Yeah, already we're in William Penn State Forest. Okay. I think I'll grab myself. Is this the William Penn State Forest map? It is. There's only one left. I think I'll take that. I don't have one of these. All right. It would just be nice if there was a place to park right down here somewhere. But anyway. Alright, let's get going. Oh, if this is I guess this is the trail that goes up here. So a little bit of a confusing start to the morning. To be honest, some of the blaze marks on these trees are a bit confusing too. I wonder who did these. Yeah, like right here. Of course, the double blaze mark means that the one at the top tells you that there's a turn, that you should go to the right, but the trail, there's no trail going up to the right. The trail just continues straight here, as far as I can tell. So it's kind of a incorrect blazing. Yeah, there's nothing going up that way. I don't see any yellow blazes up there either. So it just kind of looks like the trail. mean, it does turn up here, so maybe that's what they mean, but usually, I guess that's what they mean. Not well placed, though, I would say. Alright. Alright, enough complaining. Every once in a while someone tells me I complain too much. I don't really think it's complaining, I think it's just speaking my mind sometimes. Alright. Beautiful day. It's going to be almost 65 today, so great day to be out. Oh yeah, I have off today. Well, I have off from teaching today. Today's Wednesday, March 22nd. Usually teaching chemistry and biology today, but today is their spring break, so we're going to take full advantage of it. Get out here in the woods. Got some daffodils popping up right here in the middle of the trail. I mean, just, and on that note too, with, you know, having a well-marked trail, it is important because it just makes it easy for people to know where to go. When trails are confusing, you know, sometimes it just discourages people from going out and hiking. I mean, I hike quite a bit, obviously, so when I get confused sometimes because of trail markings or where the trail goes, you know, I can only imagine what someone who's out hiking for the first time, or someone who's new at it, how frustrating it could be for them. So it's really important to have things marked really well as to where you go, especially if someone is trying to follow the trail signs as best they can. Just think, because I know people who get discouraged by that. Like, say they've tried hiking, but they can't figure out where the trail goes sometimes. So it is important. I got some things turning green. Already seeing some birds out here. There's a woodpecker up on the tree up there. It's warm, a warm breeze blowing. Not a cold one. Yeah, beginning of March was not so nice, but it's really changed. Hopefully we can zoom in on some of these birds later. Oh, speaking of birds, somebody didn't make it. Got a pile of feathers here. These red feathers tell me this is a cardinal. I think someone got eaten here. Probably from a hawk or something. I don't really see anything left over. Well, that's life. Life in the forest. Looks like we're headed to the top of the hill up there. You can hear the birds singing. I think in one of the previous Horseshoe Trail videos not too long ago, we were talking about waiting for these days when things just start turning green and the birds be singing. And we have a gas line clearing here. Does give us some views down there though. The Berks County countryside. It is a beautiful hike out here this morning. So we're coming up on an area here where the ground is all scratched up. See, it's all scratched bare and the leaves have been scratched onto the trail all the way up through here. I'm gonna guess turkeys. That's kind of what they do. They scratch the leaves away looking for nuts and whatever else, seeds to eat. Kind of like if you have chickens, what chickens do, they'll scratch around trying to expose things to eat. And a random leg bone on the trail. I'm gonna guess a deer. Not sure what it's doing right here in the middle of the trail. I don't see the rest of it anywhere. Alright, dead bird. Now a deer bone. Still kind of making our way to the top here. And it looks like we have made it to the top here. Not sure if this hill has a name or not. There's some private property over there. I see a posted sign. See, it's not sure where. We should encounter a road up here somewhere. A campsite, but okay. I'm gonna check my map. We're entering, I think we're leaving a state forest. These private property signs up again. Although this is the Horseshoe Trail, so you're allowed to go through here. So I just checked my map again. It looks like there's two sections of state forest up here. It looks like we traveled through the one, the section of private property, and then there should be another section of state forest up here that I gotta get to. It's gotta go through this private section here. Always feels a little odd because they have it, marked, so aggressively sometimes. But the Horseshoe Trail is a public trail. You're allowed to hike on the Horseshoe Trails as long as you stay on the trail. But it does look intimidating sometimes. Kind of wonder about that sometimes, if a previous landowner made arrangements for the trail to be on their land and then a new landowner doesn't feel the same way but can't change the agreement. I wonder sometimes. Not sure about that. And I believe we're getting back on state forest land here. These white blazes out here are the property boundary. I see a sign up here too. Yeah, it says William Penn State Forest up here. So somewhere up this way should be a campsite and a parking area. And that's probably where we'll make our biscuits and gravy, or attempt to make them. Kind of looking forward to that. Getting a little bit hungry. Yeah, not too far from that sign, I just spotted another bone hanging from a tree. So someone's kind of playing jokes out here. It's probably this looks like a pelvic bone for a small deer. We'll just leave it up there. Anyway, who knows what else we'll find out here. Probably the same deer. I'm guessing. Someone's just having a good time, I guess. Alright, so I do believe the campsite is over here. Partially because there's a sign, a symbol of the tent, an arrow. I see a picnic table up there and a fire ring. So check that out on the way back. If I'm going to follow this to the end up here, or at the end of my section, I'm kind of curious too. I wouldn't mind camping at some of these sites, but the problem, it's like you can't, like the parking, you have to park kind of way down, then haul all your stuff up to that location. Your tent and everything. I guess that's the problem for me. Like when you're camping, like when I camp right on my Jeep. In order to get everything to your campsite, you'd have to make quite a few trips up and down. Like this is going up and down a hill here, which kind of get a little old, I think. But if you're backpacking the trail and looking for a place to stay, like you have your tent and your pack and everything, then something like that would be perfectly okay. Because to be honest, it really isn't. I don't know they've come across hardly anything along the trail for like backpackers. Horseshoe Trail could probably use more of that. If someone chose to like through hike the trail, not like I'm doing just section hikes, but if someone chose to like just hike it all through all at once, they would need places to camp for the night. Yeah, so somewhere up here should be a road and some parking. That's what I'm looking for now. But for me, as far as doing stuff like that in the future, we're doing more backpacking and, you know, carrying my tent and stuff with me in my pack. I did buy a larger pack the other summer, so at some point we might start doing some of that. Years ago I did some overnighters on the Appalachian Trail. So we'll see. I know I'm planning on doing that section of the Appalachian Trail in Maryland this spring, or starting it this spring, so we'll see what happens. You can get a lot more done when you do like the longer hikes. Alright, so here is a road. Not sure if this is the one I'm looking for. Okay, looks like there's a park here, over in here, so I think this is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna check my map again. This will be a state forest road, it looks like, though. The trail continues up that way for a bit. Alright. As long as this is a drivable road, not like a gated off-road. Alright, so I'm gonna keep going. This is not the road I was looking for. I'm looking for Buck Hollow Road. Just check Google Maps. I don't think we're not there yet. And like I said, I'm not sure. Looks like you could park here, but I'm not sure. The thing is, sometimes these roads, these forest roads, are gated. So I don't want to turn around here. I want to make sure I finish this section to get to a place where I know I can park at. So it's not too much further up this way. The trail does follow this gravel road though. Yeah, so this gravel road is gated down there. You can hear the spring peepers. Alright, let's make it down here. So you have to finish this section down to the road. And we'll see if there's parking down here somewhere. Alright, so yeah, there's some parking, a little bit of parking right down here. Buck Hollow Tract, William Penn State Forest. So yeah, there's some signs for the Horseshoe Trail. So Horseshoe Trail does go to the left up here. And it follows this road for quite a while. That'll be our next hike. But anyway, good. So we know we have a place to park for the next spot. And then we'll head up that way. So that next hike is going to be, I think, completely a road walk. We haven't had one of those for a while, but it's the way it is sometimes. We'll enjoy it on a beautiful spring day coming up soon. Those peepers are really loud down there. Anyway, let's get back up to that campsite and cook up some biscuits and gravy. And back in here is our campsite. It is quite a ways from the road down there, so it's like it's a one-trip campsite. You're going to want to bring everything you need for your camping experience with you in one trip. Alright, well, here we go. Time to have some biscuits and gravy. Alright, so here we go. Biscuits and gravy. Let's see what they say on the back here. Don't have my reading glasses, but made with real buttermilk biscuit pieces and real pork sausage in a perfectly peppered gravy. This is the perfect way to fuel up at the start of a day full of adventure. All right, we'll see if that's true. I feel like I had one of these before, not the biscuits and gravy, but one of their meals. Was that it? When we were out Cook Forest, there was that one meal I did not like. I liked something ranchero or something. Anyway. But we'll brought my little cook stove along, some other gear, and some water. This isn't Propel. I'm just reusing a Propel bottle, just regular water in there. But so you can, we're just gonna heat some water up. You can dump the water right in the bag, let it sit for a while. I might dump the bag in my bowl, then we'll see. And I do have a spoon here somewhere, the one I got from Unigear. But we'll get this going. All right, I am hungry. So there we go. Let's get some water in the pot. The recipe says for 12 fluid ounces. This bottle is about 16, so not quite all of it. Maybe a little bit more. I guess it won't hurt if there's too much. We'll try that. I don't have exact measurements here. So we get this lit, get going. It's been a while since we've used the stove. Get it on there. There we go. A little slight breeze out here. Block the wind a little bit with my biscuits and gravy. So the water is boiling. Let's quick take a look in the pack, see what it looks like. There you go. There's those pieces in there. Right, I think we'll turn this off and pour water in there. It says to pour it in there and let it sit for 5 minutes. Reseal it. Or wait, hold. Pour it in, stir it, let it sit for 5 minutes, then open it up, stir it again, and sit for another 4 minutes. All right, so we got the boiling water poured in there. Got it resealed. We'll let it sit for 5 minutes. Still waiting for it to soak up. I got a pileated woodpecker, if you can hear that. But yeah, I was just gonna say how quiet it is out here, and then he piped up. But yeah, it is. It's a beautiful. Just kind of times like this reminds me just how blessed I am to be able to do stuff like this. You know, come out on your hike, eat lunch out here in the woods and stuff like that. All right. Like I've said in other videos, if you can get out here and do this kind of stuff yourself, by all means, get out here. Get out here and get outside. Get outside and explore. Enjoy the outdoors. All right, so there she be. You can leave it in the bag and eat it right out of the bag, but I thought I'd just dump it in the pot. I'll clean it up later. Just put the wet rags in there and throw that away when I get home. No big deal. All right, so we'll try this out. It looks decent. All right, so here we go. The smell is. It doesn't have a real strong smell. But anyway, well, I do smell some peppery stuff. Alright, I love biscuits and gravy. I don't eat out a whole lot, but when I do, like, eat out for breakfast, I try to get biscuits and gravy. I was kind of introduced to that when I was in college down south, South Carolina. Kind of more popular down there. Alright, let's see what this tastes like. My initial thoughts are not bad. It could be a little bit more, it could have a little bit more flavor to it. But considering I just rehydrated it out of the bag. It's not bad. I feel like there's a few pieces of biscuit that didn't soak long enough or get mixed up real well, but that's my fault. Well, I'm gonna turn you off, keep eating. I'll give you my final thoughts later when I'm finished with my meal. I'm gonna sit here and just relax and eat in peace. Alright, so that was good. My honest thoughts. Maybe just a little bit more of a peppery taste to it. But yeah, it definitely was filling too. I'm full. I ate all of it down to the last drop. So I would definitely eat that one again. Maybe get that one on some camping trips. Don't have to eat it for breakfast either. I mean, obviously I ate it for lunch. You could eat it for supper. So yeah, so that was fun. Maybe we should do that more often. Bring those meals along. Alright, but I'm gonna finish this hike out, head back. As usual, I probably won't film in the shade. Probably won't film a whole lot on the way back unless I see something interesting along the way. We did come across some wildflowers on the way back. First time I've seen these this spring. These are called Spring Beauty. These are a little more white than some of the others. They do have little pink stripes in them, but some Sometimes the pink stripes are a lot more visible in others, but yeah, there you go. Some spring beauty. Some wildflowers out here today. Yeah, as I was making my way down the hill again, I noticed that these rocks look like they were split by man, and they were. You can see the wedge marks where they're driving the wedges down to split the rock. Same with that one over there. So someone was up here splitting rock and hauling it out of here. Almost done. I think that's the road down there that we need to walk on a little bit. And here we are back where we parked. I see Naomi's nose sticking out from back there. Alright, but there you go, folks. Another section of the Horseshoe Trail completed. I enjoyed that section. Most of it was in State Forest, William Penn State Forest. Nice section. I enjoyed the meal up there. That was kind of nice. Plus, it's just a beautiful day, spring coming out. Anyway, but like I said, the next section looks like it's mostly a road walk, which, you know, it is what it is, but we'll enjoy that section. Like I said, we'll find a nice spring day to hike that section. You know, we try to make the best of each section. Anyway, that'll be it for now. I think I might do some exploring a location down French Creek State Park. We'll see, though. But as always, folks, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one, wherever that may be.